Well, good morning, everyone on YouTube. It's been a long time since I've done a post, and some of you may be wondering why. Well, there's been a few changes in my life. Some major career changes have happened, and so I thought it's probably about time now that things have settled down a little bit again in my life to start doing a few more of these DIY videos. And as you can see, my next project is right in front of us under the tarp here. There's been a few other projects, of course, in the meantime, as I have actually built one small boat before, a canoe out of cedar strip and West System epoxy, a long time ago, like 30 years ago. So this isn't my first boat, and as you can see beside, we have a personal watercraft. That was a project in itself. There's a few things to do there. I don't think I've really documented that, so I might not be able to show you too much about that process, but it was something I purchased with my son for him helping me with another project I was doing, which was really large and is still in process. So let's see, what do we have here? Well, basically, we have nearly 16-foot bow rider from 1990. Came with this lovely trailer. Doesn't have brakes on the trailer because it's not required if it's under 750 kilograms, at least here. And as you can see, there's maybe you can't really see it, but there's anti-fouling. There you go, anti-fouling paint on the bottom of this boat here. Now, originally the boat, this bow rider, it's a Thundercraft, by the way, was originally it spent most of its life on the lake, and then it was inherited, passed down from father to son, and the son, he took it to the ocean, and it's been living there for about three to 5 years in the ocean. So he painted the bottom with anti-fouling paint. Now, the father had taken really good care of this boat, and so it's in decent shape. But of course, the vinyl soft top is in disarray. I'm not sure yet how good the transom is. I can see, of course, that I don't know if it'll show on here, that it's been a bit rough sanded here, probably because there was barnacles growth on here. You can probably see them here on the sacrificial anode. There's still some barnacles there left over, so they probably sanded it down to get rid of those and just didn't do the finishing touch. We're probably going to have to re-gel coat that. I'm hoping that it's in good shape. I haven't done any hammer tests or sound tests for it yet, or drill tests or anything like that. But I did buy this boat knowing that there was a couple soft spots in the floor. It wasn't through, but they were soft. So suspicion that we may have to, obviously I'm going to have to replace the floor. As you can see, the soft top has seen its days. It's even the windows are gone out of this. I do have some window material from another boat that I used to own, some of this polar window stuff, but I've gone ahead in here and I've started checking out the floor. So this is what she looks like from behind. I really like the concept that you can have a walk through into the front. You just flip the window. It's much easier for mooring, parking, whatever you want to call it, and things like that. So I'm going to be doing a bit of I think I'm going to do a bit of a DIY series on what I find in this boat and how I'm going to try and fix it. I found some really good people on YouTube, some really good channels with really good instruction and some really nice people there on, for example, Fish Bump TV, really good folks there, really good instruction, help us DIYers get our boats in shape and give us good advice and good techniques that have been used in boat repair for decades, apparently. Another channel I've been looking at, of course, is also the Total Boat Repair. Really good stuff there too. Professionals giving tips to us DIYers. You can probably see If I move the camera a little bit, you can see the mold growth on the inside of this canvas here. Well, it's vinyl, but that's gotta go. So that's a bit of an expense I don't want to deal with, but oh well. You can probably see on the chairs there too, some of the stitching has come out on the vinyl chairs. Maybe we'll deal with that maybe in the later stages, but my main concern right now is getting this covered for winter, because winter and the snow are coming, and I want to see what condition the floor is in. So I've already started pulling up the floor, as you can see here. And one thing I found, like I pulled up the carpet because I don't like carpet in the first place in a boat, but pulled up the floor and I found some interesting things. There are these, you can probably see that in the center of the screen now. There are these little holes drilled into the floor all over the place. And that's where one of the soft spots is right there, where the plywood floor is delaminating. And there's a hole right through. And there's another hole right there. Maybe see that one. And I was kind of interested to see what other people have noted with these boats. If anybody's had a Thundercraft before, have they noticed the same thing? Are these factory original drill holes in the floor for the float foam, or is this maybe after aftermarket? Somebody's done it themselves, added a little bit of foam afterwards. It looks like it might be factory, but I don't know. Anyway, today I'm going to get after opening up the floor a little bit, doing a little bit of an investigation, see what the stringers look like. I've never seen a video on YouTube or any pictures of what the actual stringers in a 1990, 89 to 90 Thundercraft look like under the floor. So that's something I'm going to video here. Maybe some of you be interested to see that. And hopefully, with little luck, because this has been well kept under tarp and in fresh water and kept on the shore when it wasn't being used. Hopefully, I really do hope that there's not too much work ahead of me. But then again, we won't know for sure. I won't know for sure until I open that floor up a little bit. I've been trying to do a reveal for you this morning, but it's the weather on the west coast here can sometimes be really tricky. It's been we've been promised that there's supposed to be no rain at all today, but we keep getting, and if there's any rain, it's supposed to be light showers, but we've been getting these, well, downpours is what I'm going to say. So now that the sun has come out for a little bit, and it stopped raining, I'm going to try and do a quick reveal so you can see what this thing looks like. Well, what's under the tarp, right? So just give me a second and we'll show you what it looks like. And there it is. I didn't pull the tarp off completely now because, well, I can see some clouds behind the forest. They're on their way here again, so it might be we're getting a bit of a downpour, surprise downpour once again. But anyway, this is what it looks like at the moment, with the tarp most of the way off, conveniently hanging on the side right now. So if I need to pull it back on, I can quickly do that, because as you can see here, there's a split tarp down the middle here with a zipper, so you can walk through and still leave the both sides covered up. There's two seats, one on each side and one in the front here in the bow. The seats flip up actually, just like the window in the middle, so there's storage room underneath those. And there's also a zip down in the middle, so you can do a walkthrough, leave that part open, and leave part of the top on. But like I said earlier, that this vinyl top is in pretty bad shape, so we're probably going to end up replacing it. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. There's a zipper on here. I'll try and open that up for you. Take a look. These snap downs, I don't like snap downs really. I like the kind that you put it, there's a hole through and you twist the little lock on them. Those, the locking type I really like. A lot of condensation here now, autumn time. There we go. Get a look at the dashboard if you can. Oh yeah. Right. So this is what we're working on. A lot of boats with a similar design to this. Not exactly the same, but similar. Here you can probably see, like I was showing you earlier, those holes that are in the floor. Like I said, I'm not sure if they came from factory or they something else, but that's what we're pulling up. The carpet now, pulling that up. I'm going to cut a hole in there. See what we find. All right, I'm just going to talk a little bit about tools I'm going to use, and then I'll wrap up this video for this time. So here we are. Just take a quick look at what equipment I have here. I have myself one of these suits, protective suits, triple extra large because I like lots of room to move around. Got my 3M full face mask with filters on it. Been using that a lot in a lot of different things I've been doing. Orbital sander. Well, this is actually one of those ones that's it changes direction, so it doesn't just do orbital. It's kind of a, I don't remember what they actually call that, but they're really nice. The little old Black & Decker. One thing I found really useful when dealing with any kind of mold problems is the Silic Bang Zero Black Mold. It removes mold off of, I found anything, and black mold, whatever mold. Good stuff, really good. Really got to be careful with it though. It's very strong. Got to use a respirator. I think when using that, especially, you don't want to use it in tight spaces without any kind of breathing protection because it's good stuff, but it's strong. And of course, really strong rubber gloves I always use. Wet dry vac, and the thing I'm probably going to use more than anything else is this multi-tool here. This has been very handy actually in a caravan project. I redid actually the interior, had to take the walls apart because it had water gotten between the laminate and the insulation and caused mold, and had to replace all the wood. That and my wet dry vac, and using all that and more. Of course, I have some other tools here. I don't have all high-end tools or anything like that, but some of them are higher-end tools. But those things that I don't use that often, I tend to buy more useful but more cost-effective versions like you see here. Right, so I'll get at it, and we'll find out today what's under that floor.